Welcome to this channel. So this channel is for education and culture based on science and historical evidence. So please do not continue on to watch this video if you do not like to face the truth. Now, in the past 2 days, I share on the truth of Wing Chun and the truth of Shaolin. And after that, I got many messages sent to me. So today I'd like to share with you on two things. Number one is one need to know exactly the what, why, how. Verify it and be able to repeat it before one presenting something. This is a serious problem. For example, a friend here wrote me a message. He said that when my sifu mentioned that Grandmaster so and so would do Xiu Lim Tao for 60 minutes. After a year, I reached an average of 26 and 28 minutes. In the course of the year, I experienced many the things stated in the classic of Tai Chi Chuan and Taoist pertaining to the body feeling. This was unknown to me at that time, only corroborate due to my having made friends with a higher level Xing Yi practitioner. In this post itself, it is problem. Seriously, in this world, is that true that anybody do Xiu Lim Tao for 60 minutes? If there is such person, it's very simple. You take his heart rate, see what it is. And if one is doing Xiu Lim Tao for 26 and 28 minutes, this is a 1960 versions of Xiu Lim Tao. Check their heart rate and see what happened. Okay? Can that set the 1960 version of Xiu Lim Tao be able to support that type of practice, 60 minutes or 30 minutes, without loading down the body and the heart? That's why I said just take the heart rate. Okay? And then making the presentation on, I experienced many of the things stated in the classic of Tai Chi Chuan, and then it is corroborate due to my having friends with a higher level Xing Yi practitioner. This is exactly problem. We know today's Tai Chi Chuan stuff. We know how problematic it is. Body feeling. And then we know that Xing Yi guy is not doing Wing Chun. It's not what you develop in the Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao. So with this kind of thing, if somebody took that, thinking they know it, they're expert in that, that is contribute to screw up the entire thing. This is a big problem in the past 60 years. If you really do Xiu Lim Tao for 60 minutes and all those Do you know about your meridians flow, your intra-abdominal pressure, and your natural resonance breathing? Well, if you look into the data for past 60 years on the resonance, natural low abs breathing, and intra-abdominal pressure of the Shiu Lim Tao practice, you see zero information there. Meridian, zero. So how is one going to do this 1 hour thing or 30 minutes in the 1960 version of Shiu Lim Tao when the design, yes, the design of the 1916 version of Shiu Lim Tao, disregard of which version or which lineage, it is not support what the ancient present in the Chinese medicines and the internal training. That is for sure. As I show everybody already in the YouTube I shared the other day on the Deep Autumn of Wing Chun. Just go look at it. So I'm raising this not to put people down or jab on people. Thing has to have a standard. Thing has to be responsible. So when anybody say anything, it has to be responsible. So for example, when I put in this Wing Chun inceptions, from the writing for the what, why, how, including the age model and the heart rate model and so forth, it has to be able to back up each other by evidence and by science and by history. If this cannot be fulfilled, it is exactly what caused the problem for past 80 years or 100 years of Wing Chun. That's why you cannot answer to Xu Xiaodong for your Tai Chi stuff. And the young Chinese request answer. This can answer, but this is very Western because this is mapped into science. Okay? So again, I'm not jabbing at anybody. I'll just say that if one rely on I think so, I believe so, my Sifu says so, the Tai Chi guy is like that, the Xing Yi guy corroborate, you don't know what it is. And you say, well, I experienced this. So if it's really your experience, you go watch my video on the Deep Autumn of Wing Chun. This I released part about a month ago. And look at how do you handle your body. And in that video, it pointed out that the screw up of the 1960s Wing Chun Shiu Lim Tao sets. Yes, the design is a screw up, technically. Okay? So that's how serious. The second thing is about research. Many people, and I have met many so-called grandmaster or author for past decades who claim that they make research. They go interview somebody, that's research. They speculate on things, that is research. They heard some story from somebody, that is a research. Can you back it up with the historic evidence and the scientific evidence? If you want to talk about research, you go to a university, you talk about research, you have to back it up with data. Because nobody in the mainstream is going to give anybody face. Because people take things seriously. It's a professional issue. It's a quality issue. So like here I got this post to me saying that from my research, the movement found in Wing Chun can first be seen in some Mei martial arts, which originally come from Shaolin. Are you serious? What is the reality, the truth by evidence, historical evidence into every details is in this book. And sorry, Mei is not Shaolin. Even both they are Buddhist art. Right, the other day I just present the spiritual dimension of Wing Chun. That's Mei. But that is not Shaolin. So Mei is Mei, Shaolin is Shaolin. Shaolin short strike is Shaolin short strike, Mei is Mei. Mei teaching is Mei teaching. The content is different, and that's why it's in the Wing Chun Inception. You can see what is Mei, and then the restricting Wing Chun, you can see in detail what is Shaolin. And no, Mei is not originally come from Shaolin, and also it is not movement. It is momentum and the entire 6 core element. So again, like Shaolin, you can see in this one with the Qi Guang, again it presents what, why, how in details, and we know exactly what it is. If you want to talk about research, that's research. Otherwise, it's just making a claim. My research, this research, that research. But when people ask you, how do you activate that? Say for example, just take a very simple and very critical example. And that thing is the recycling of momentum. Okay? So the recycling of momentum in short strike art. So if you want to talk about recycling of momentum, the recycling momentum, this is in the scientific language, recycling momentum, it is Wing Chun because you need that at the short strike dimension or short strike play. This is where from Shaolin. We know exactly how to make it work. We know where it's from, and we know scientifically what it is. That is called research. So if anybody say that Wing Chun can first be seen in some Mei martial arts, well, I just show you that, the recycling of momentum. This is Shaolin, this is not Mei. And if you want to talk about the meridian stuff, there's Mei, not Shaolin. You look at Shaolin, do they have that? You look at in the restricting Wing Chun, citing the Shaolin classic, do they have that? They don't. So this is how critical it has to be. Or else you don't have Wing Chun. Don't kid ourselves. And not everybody is a researcher. Don't put ourselves in the pedestal. Seriously, I will call myself an investigator, and of course I'm lucky because I inherit a lot of this kind of stuff. But if we want to call ourselves a researcher, we better have the hypothesis, the experiment, the data to back it up, scientific, historical, and we know that it can be verified and it can be repeatable. So, as again, please watch my video on the deep autumn of Wing Chun. You want to talk about breathing? I share with you what is the intra-abdominal pressure over there of the Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao sets. And that has to be backed by the stance. If you don't have a stance, proper stance, like you use the pigeon toe stance like that, you cannot back that thing up. Because your body, your human biomechanics cannot support that type of thing. So that's why just making a claim, say, oh yeah, this or telling a story, so this grandmaster doing this Wing Chun for this long and so forth, so forth. So today it's very simple, just put a gadget and measure your heart rate. See what happened there. And you can, from that you can check your breathing too. So this is what I'd like to share with you. It is a different era. Wing Chun era now start in America need to have a professional grade of quality, or else everybody going down to the tube. And that's no good. That is very irresponsible. So not everybody can call themselves researcher. If they want to call themselves researchers, show the what, why, how, their hypothesis, their proof, their data, their repeatability, and all sort of stuff like a real scientific study or engineering study or a real research study. And nobody should go saying that, oh, I have this kung fu, I do this, and then it is the same with Tai Chi. See, you look at the Chinese today, everybody is saying that, oh, I have this state. This state is the same with the Tai Chi state. But what does the Tai Chi state mean? Can you define it? Can you show what it is in details? Or this move, Mei move is from Shaolin. Do you know what it is? Can you show what it is in details? If it is the truth stuff, like whatever in this book, Wing Chun Inception, anybody, as soon as they follow the process, they get a scientific tools like this, the fitness tracker, they can track it. Everybody be able to repeat it. It's only a matter of how good the result is. It always have to give result within 2-3 hours. Unless we have that, we don't have technology. It's just fantasy. So this is what I like to share with you. It cannot go further in all those fantasy way of talk and make believe type of claim.